Hi guys. So Cher has had a special guest on tonight, and now she's over on the after party over on his channel. So it does appear like she's trying to switch over communities, not so much communities, but just the neighborhood. Because we have this side of the neighborhood, but there is another neighborhood. It's like driving around the corner and going to see a different group of friends. So she is asked to explain her animal charges again. And, similar to the way she explains these charges before, she adds a lot of information that doesn't make any sense. And then wow, she really upped the game this time because because we all know she blamed it on her sister. Okay. So now she said she just threw this out there. I don't believe I've ever heard this before because I believe 8 months ago when she did the I'm the Hot Topic live stream, she said that she still has contact with her sister. It's sporadic because her sister moves around a lot. She never said this. What she said is after her sister had her animals tortured, she then went on, after she gave her another chance, and had her kids essayed, her daughters, and that's why her daughters are living with her. That just blew my socks off. I mean, I had to go pick up my socks and my wig because it blew them all off. Okay? Guys, I'll let you listen, but you know what? I encourage you to go back to the Hot Topic. I'm going to try to link it if I can find it and listen to her story the last time. And you'll notice something else. When someone is trying to tell you something and they are not giving you facts, and they are veering off in this direction and veering off in that direction and giving you a whole bunch of minutia that goes around the scenario, it is because they are not telling the truth most of the time. That is, and they will take little pieces of facts and they will pepper, that in between all these little stories and these little fires that go around the stories. But I mean, she never sits down and just addresses that particular thing straight and shoots from the hip, which is why nobody believes her.
So, okay, what was the question again?
Just about the animal abuse accusations, that whole situation, just clearing the air about that.
Yeah, I've cleared the air 100 times. If people care to go back in my channel and find the label, one specifically where I am a hot topic, my story has never changed. My own sister has been on my platform and even said my own children, could tell you. Yeah, I had to make shitty decisions and trusting people when I didn't come up with many people to trust. As y'all know, I raised myself, moved around to group home, shitty ass abusive relationships. And yes, unfortunately, one of the reasons I can't have children now and very early on got menopause, which is why I'm on hormone treatments and stuff like that, is because 18 hours after my youngest son was born, I went into emergency surgery. I lost a lot of blood. I was dying. Just a big mess. Without getting into, that's the one sacred thing I have left is my medical history. But it led to a lot of medical issues where I did leave my trailer home and my animals in my sister's care, who ended up robbing her boyfriend and his parents at the time, who took off to Mexico. And I had actually no idea till it was too late, and my animals were not being fed, not being watered, and stuck in my trailer home. Right, so it's essentially made of tin in the middle of like July and August. So those poor animals were neglected, no food, no water, and left in essentially a hot tin cooker. While all along sending me, pictures and here they are and this and that. But really, she took back off to Mexico and robbed me. And, luckily my stuff ended up getting cleared because I was smart and I had to call in my bank account. She had stolen that. Then her boyfriend at the time and her boyfriend's parents at the time all had to call her in for theft and fraud for stealing from their bank accounts. And there's a lot more to go to the story. So yeah,
right. That's not as easy of a sell.
Yeah, it's just been a very long story. I've always been upfront, but it's something I have to live with every day, that I have an animal, misdemeanor animal charge, and it's because everything was well documented. Like my trailer management knew that it was my sister in charge, so like certain things I did, luckily it covered my butt. So I was let off of probation a year and a half early. They did change things. Like at first, I was never allowed to own pets anymore, but that all changed because my sister wrote letters to the courts. My trailer park management wrote letter to the courts. I had just a huge group of people who were like, no, this is an injustice. But when something like that happens, there's thousands of dollars that were spent on animals being rescued and taken in and getting the care they needed because they weren't getting fed. They were overexhausted and they needed medical attention after that, right? So, and yeah, my animal's my house, so it's me that in the end took the charges, which I have to live with that. It's not wrong. I think it's wrong, but at the same time, it's not wrong because those were my animals and they needed severe medical attention. So I understood why, and for a misdemeanor charge, they just don't extradite my sister from Mexico over a misdemeanor, unfortunately. So it just went upon my shoulders and I'll forever live with that.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you for explaining that.
Of course. Yeah. It's nothing I can change now. It's lost my sister forever after that. Well, I gave her one more chance even after that, but the next thing she did was put my 2 daughters in risk and had my daughters molested. So that was a whole nother thing. So
Oh my God.
as of now,
That sounds like a way worse offense.
Way worse. She went from torturing my dogs to straight up, she had something not go good with my kids, which is why my kids are living with me now, and took the plunge and moved to Canada. So that's a beautiful thing. But anyway, sister, not a good person. But again, I didn't grow up with having a family of people where I could call to help me. So wrong trust in the wrong person. I wasn't blessed with